Well, it's hard to keep up with these Tuesday treasures because now it's Wednesday. What do you do? I think you have to record them in advance. That's the only way the world must really work. But this one's pretty quick. It's about water. Water is another key definer of life on Cape Cod. The Cape essentially became an island in 1914 when the completion of the canal by joining the Monument and Scusset rivers severed the arm from its main body. Some now say that the Cape consists only of land east of this defining canal, but it would be more properly include all of Barnstable County, which has a small contingent on the west side of the canal in Bourne. Because of many forms that are assumed by Cape Cod water, we have developed many names for it: aquifer, anchorage, bay, bog, brook, channel, cove, creek, harbor, hole, lake, marsh, ocean, pond, reservoir, river, slough, sound, spring, and the many names of water when it is precipitating from the sky. We use each of these named bodies of water for different purposes. The hundreds of glacier-carved freshwater kettle ponds which dot the Cape allowed people to settle almost anywhere with no worry for supplies of water. The fresh water in the underground aquifers flows freely to the surface in artesian wells. There are an estimated 2.3 trillion gallons of water in the Sagamore lens. More than 8 million gallons per day is drawn from the Upper Cape's portion of the aquifer. The aquifer is replenished by rain, but it's also polluted by contaminants that we've placed in the ground. It'd be an interesting project to see what the Upper Cape towns do with their 8 million gallons of water every day. One of my favorite spots on the Cape is a spring that bubbles fresh from the ground into a barrel filled with sand. It's in West Brewster, just north of Route 6A, with a small parking area nearby. We always called it the Indian Spring. You must crouch under some low-hanging bushes to get to the spring. We visit that spring every chance we get, and it's a wonder and marvel to see how the Creator provided for early Cape residents. Of course, water is a very powerful force and was used to turn mills of every variety. Fulling mills for the cleaning and spinning of wool and pressing it into felt, sawmills for cutting trees into lumber, grist mills for grinding grain, and later water power was used to turn lathes and other manufacturing tools for making shoes and clothing. A large boat can be brought into shallow water and then propped so that when the tide recedes, the owner has full access to clean and paint the bottom of the boat, only to be refloated 6 hours later. No dry dock needed for the ingenious. Did you know that a pond, which is now or ever was over 10 acres in size, is a great pond, and that in the Commonwealth, access to these ponds cannot be restricted? The same with beaches. If you are fishing, fowling, or navigating, you are guaranteed beach access below mean high water line. Keep that fishing pole handy. Here's a little picture of me about 10 years ago in March on Cold Storage Beach. We were talking about water, and I just wanted to get a picture of water in the chat. So see you next Tuesday. Where do you stop?